The April 23rd, 2019 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ansello.
Here.
Mr. Baroth.
Here.
Chairman Delahanty.
Here.
Mrs. Draw.
Here.
Mr. Felder is excused. Ms. Cayley.
Here.
Mr. Mafucci.
Here.
Mr. Marinetti is excused. Mr. Morelli.
Here.
Mr. Rockow.
Here.
Ms. Taylor.
Here.
President Carbone.
Here.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to welcome Legislator Taylor to this committee. Thank you for joining us. And since you're the newest member of this committee, will you lead us off in the Pledge of Allegiance? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Are there any speakers signed up for the public forum?
There are not.
Is there anyone here who would like to address the committee at this time? Okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the minutes from the March 26, 2019 meeting before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business.
Referral 19-0096.
Moved by Legislator Draw, seconded by Legislator Rockow. Is there any discussion? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0097.
Moved by Legislator Rockow, seconded by Legislator Ansello. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0098.
Moved by Legislator Ansello, seconded by Legislator Taylor. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0099.
Moved by Legislator Taylor, seconded by President Carbone. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0100.
Moved by President Carbone, seconded by Legislator Draw. Is there any discussion? Legislator Baroth.
Mr. Chair, through you to the administration, the position of nurse practitioner is to be funded by this authorization is not to exceed $30,000. Is this a part-time position or a full-time position with funding?
Through the chair, it's a part-time position.
Thank you. And through the chair of the administration, when was the original request for proposals issued for these services with the Veterans Outreach Center?
Through the chair, November.
November. Thank you. And through the chair of the administration, it's my understanding, and I could be wrong, was the original intent to have this contract run from January 1 through, well, the full year, or is there a reason why you waited to May 1, 2019, through the chair? Something happened that delayed the process.
Through the chair, in this case, it was just waiting for the legislative approval.
So it's been on the docket for 6 months through the chair?
Through the chair, thank you for your patience. While the authorization and approval proceed with solicitation was done in the end of November, the selection process was not actually done until February. So this is actually not as far behind as it may appear.
Okay, thank you.
Legislator Kaley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To you, to the administration. Could you give me just an idea of what, I don't know if it's ADECO or ADECO, I really don't know how to pronounce it, their policy is for filling these positions, since they, at least the one not to exceed 30,000 for an NP is part-time. I can't assume, let me just preface this with, I can't assume that part-time positions are necessarily filled by the same person for the extent of time that elapse for this. Am I correct, or am I totally wrong and they look for a full-time, part-time person without moving people in and out?
Through the chair, to clarify, are you asking if the person's in the part-time position, if there were more than one person, are you asking, are they rotating individuals?
Not necessarily. I think through the chair, what I'm getting at is how, can someone please help me, is this ADECO or ADECO?
ADECO.
ADECO, thank you. If their practice is to fill these contract positions, whether part-time or full-time, with the same person, with a contiguous person, or take advantage of moving people in and out. I'm looking for consistency. I don't know how to ask it.
Through the chair, given the fact that this is the first time we've had this contract, we don't have experience to be able to give you an answer based upon our, how we've worked through this in the past, but we'll reach out to them and see if we can provide you an answer.
Thank you, I'd appreciate it. And just stating that, it's to me, certainly with these types of positions and the importance of these positions, that we want a firm that is going to strive for consistency in the people that work with the vets that come through this program. That's it.
Through the chair, I've just been informed that in our experience, though, with ADECO in other contracts, generally they attempt to use the same person and have the same person present to provide the services.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0101.
Moved by Legislator Draw, seconded by Legislator Rocco. Is there any discussion? Legislator Barra.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to the administration, have there been any changes in the terms of the contract from Resolution 378 of 2018?
To the chair, through the chair, this is a combination of two grants. So there is, we're combining two things into this.
Well, through you to the administration, I didn't realize grants were involved in this. I'm just simply referring to the contract we have with ACM Medical Laboratory, Inc.
Okay.
The chair, we are simply looking to increase the amount and change the term here of the contract. We don't anticipate there are any changes at all with regards to the delivery of services, and there's not going to be a contract change to reflect anything different from what we already have.
So through the chair of the administration, then my question is, essentially, we're increasing the contract amount by about $27,000 for the same time period because it began in January 1, 2019. And so what I want to know is, what are we getting for the extra $27,000 from this company that we're giving the money to, through the chair?
Through the chair, are you asking about the increased testing needs, what areas they would be in?
Well,
Because we have that.
well, what I'm asking for is, we had a contract with a company for an X amount of dollars for a specific time frame. The time frame has not changed. The contract amount has changed for $27,000 of an increase. Presumably, we're getting more things, maybe more testing, I don't know. But my question is, what are we getting for the extra $27,000 through the chair?
There's two areas of increased testing that we've got that are trending right now. One is syphilis rate. We have an increasing syphilis population, which is causing more contacts and more testing. Also, TB is a bit up. So we're
Okay.
doing more of the TB blood screening than we were doing last year.
Okay, so through the chair of the administration, what we're really talking about is just paying for what we expect to be an additional need
Yes.
over this year and presumably the next couple of years. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0102.
Moved by legislator Rockow, seconded by legislator Ansello. Is there any discussion? Legislator Kaley.
I like sitting in this spot,
You can see it right front and center.
because you're always looking at Legislator Braun. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the administration, and it just like popped at me, ADECO is in this referral. They were previously contracted for this referral, but now they are not. Could you explain the reason for a switch to Career Start?
Yes, we put our through the chair, we put our contract services out to bid, and in that process, we ranked the various responders, and Career Start came in less expensive, and they have a better service record than ADECO.
Thank you, and then just bear with me a second. Were they in fact, was Career Start through the chair also, did they respond to the RFP for the contract for the Veterans Outreach Center? Two back, I realize I'm going backwards on this, but I just,
Through the chair, the respondents for those selections, there were two different selections that were made in that referral. There was a selection made for peer support services, and that was Compeer and VOC. And then for the case manager selections, it was ADECO and VOC.
thank you. And then through the chair, that answered my question, I guess. Thank you. Just, again, when we look at consistency on everything that we're doing, it's a juxtaposition of one company not getting this one and then going on and getting a different one, but that's all.
Through the
Thank you.
chair, I mean, both of these selections were made through an RFP process, and in that RFP process, you know, the scope of services are defined by the county and what we're looking for. And for instance, not speaking directly about this, but with contract services for road repairs or building, we would judge not only our past experience, that certainly would weigh into it, but also other factors about their approach to the specific scope of services for that contract. And while I understand what you're saying, and it might be, you know, why did ADECO look good in one, but possibly not the other. It just may be the peculiarity or not the peculiarity, but the distinct difference between what we were seeking out in the services and their ability to meet it juxtaposed to the other respondents.
Nothing else.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0103.
Moved by legislator Ansello, seconded by legislator Taylor. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0104.
Moved by legislator Taylor, seconded by President Carbone. Is there any discussion? Legislator Cayley.
Thank you, through the chair. Could you say, let me know who responded to the RFQ for this one?
Here's the sheet.
Through the chair, we had 5 respondents. They included AHS Staffing, Inofini, Reliant Staffing, which is the same as Career Start, WorkFit, Worldwide Travel, AYA Healthcare, that's AYA, and also Sunbelt.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0105.
Moved by President Carbone, seconded by legislator Draw. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0106.
Moved by legislator Draw, seconded by legislator Rockow. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0107.
Moved by legislator Rockow, seconded by legislator Ansello. Legislator Braw.
The chair. Through you to the administration, is the nature of this, the PCS telecommunications, essentially an antenna or something else?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. We're negotiating a contract with Sprint Spectrum to put something on 1870 Mount Hope, and I'm wondering if that's, say, an antenna or something along those lines, through the chair.
Through the chair, it is an existing antenna.
Thank you. Through the chair of the administration, so are there going to be any changes to the antenna that might make it larger? Do we anticipate?
Through the chair, it is not anticipated at this time.
Okay. Through the chair of the administration, do we know approximately how long that antenna has been there?
Through the chair, since January 1999.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Legislator Cayley.
Thank you. Just through the chair for my, my information, what's usually the length of life of an antenna like this?
Through the chair, I don't know the exact length of life, but the equipment that's been up there since '99 has been changed several times over the years. They will send a request to be able to change equipment, and that has happened probably 3 or 4 times in the life of the lease since '99.
Thank you. And then through the chair, there's been no issues with the structure itself.
Through the chair, that's correct.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0110.
Moved by legislator Rockow, seconded by legislator Ansello. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0011.
Moved by legislator Ansell, seconded by legislator Taylor. Legislator Barra.
Thank you. Through you to the administration, I read the list of challenges or conditions individuals taken to this facility would have to be under. And it mentioned at the very end, including those who are currently intoxicated but do not require acute hospitalization. Am I correct to assume that that would be one of more than one co-occurring situations for that client? In other words, it can't just be someone who's simply inebriated, through the chair.
Through the chair, I apologize. Could you please repeat your question?
Sure. For the drop-off services, for essentially the diversion, it mentions a list of things that are co-occurring, maybe with drug use or disabilities or things along those lines. But then at the very end it says, including those who are currently intoxicated but don't have to go to the hospital. And so my question is that something that would be one of more than one situation? So it would have to be someone who's not just simply inebriated but has some other condition as well. Is that correct?
It could be just that circumstance. If somebody's through the chair, if somebody's desirous of services or talking to somebody to figure out what they need in their life to stabilize their situation, they would qualify. So it could be just that circumstance, or it could be that circumstance in addition to any other behavioral health presentation.
Okay, and then, so just so I'm clear and understand that this is something that an individual would initiate this as saying, I want to not be whatever, or they have to somehow initiate the conversation, or would the sheriffs be able to initiate that conversation through the chair?
Through the chair. There needs to be an initiation by responding law enforcement or the courts or after somebody's in jail. So there's several entry points into jail diversion. But in the most typical scenario, yes, it would be law enforcement who would recognize that the individual is primarily suffering from a behavioral health condition and related circumstances and might benefit from an evaluation and getting connected to treatment. That doesn't automatically mean that the legal situation goes away. Mm-hmm. They can be cited with an appearance ticket, et cetera, and still held accountable, responsible, but able to connect to services, which often then answers the circumstances that presented themselves and prevents it from recurring in the future, hopefully.
That makes sense. And through the chair of the administration, do we keep statistics, information about who's referred?
Through the chair, yes, we will be. There's actually quite a list from the New York State Office of Mental Health requiring us to report on a number of indicators, including things like referral source, where they referred to treatment, those sort of things. We're actually going further than that because we're following a model pretty much that's already established in the community, which would follow for up to 60 days and make sure that people were engaged in treatment, assign them a care coordinator or a care manager if that's helpful for them to stay connected to treatment.
Thank you. And through the chair of the administration, I'm clearly going to vote for this. Would it be possible to have a discussion offline about this program in the future?
Through the chair, could you clarify your question, please?
Would it be possible to talk about this program in the future, not simply here right now?
Through the chair, we'd be delighted to. We've actually had a previous discussion. I believe it was Legislator Lightfoot had a series of questions, and
okay.
The administration met with him, and glad to engage and discuss how it can be most helpful to our community.
Yeah, through the chair, just have your staff reach out, and we'll arrange a time and a location, and we'll take care of that as soon as you want.
Okay, thank you very much.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0112.
Moved by legislator Taylor, seconded by President Carbone. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 19-0113.
Moved by President Carbone, seconded by legislator Draw. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Seeing none, there are no other matters. The April 23rd, 2019 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will be held Tuesday, May 21st, 2019 at 6 p.m.